Hi, this video is about joint movement. You could do one of these, a strap, dressing gown or a belt is absolutely fine. And if you haven't got one to hand, it's not totally essential, but I will show you how to use it. So when we're looking at joints, we want to make sure that we move within our pain-free range of movement. So if you're finding a joint feels sore or uncomfortable, make a smaller movement or leave that part out altogether. I know a lot of us suffer from soreness in the shoulders and soreness in the hips, so always respect what you find today, and it may not be what you feel every single day, it's just a movable feast perhaps, how we feel. So let's just start by coming into a mountain pose. So think about how your feet are placed on the mat and just come to easy standing. Mountain pose is known as Tadasana or Samasthiti. So we want to feel the centre of the heel, the ball of the foot and the base of the little toe. And we want to feel quite relaxed here, so it's minimal effort. Now, at any point you're doing the movements, do shift, so we will be standing quite a little bit, so if you do need to shift, please do. But we'll start with some head and neck movements. So let's take the chin down towards the chest. Chin may rest on the chest or it may not, just see how that feels. Stretch through the back of the neck. And then we'll look up, but be careful not just to drop the head back. So it's sort of lifting up through the chin, stretching through the throat. And then coming back down again. So you could just breathe naturally here without worrying about inhaling and exhaling. If you want to do it with your breath, I would breathe out to bring the chin down. And breathe in to bring the chin up. And then back to the centre. We'll turn the head, so take a little inhale if you want to work with your breathing, and exhale the head to the side. So we have a turn or a twist for the neck. Inhaling to the centre, exhaling to the other side. And we'll do that twice more. So you can exhale and inhale with each movement, or if you just want to breathe naturally, that would be fine too. And last one. And to the centre. And we'll do a circular movement. So let's start with the chin down towards the chest. And we're going to turn the head in a clockwise direction. And again, making sure that you're not working through any pain. Take a smaller circle if you are. And as it's circular, it's quite difficult to find a breath rhythm, so just breathe as you need to. And when we get back to the start point, pause and then reverse. And you might hear that your neck is a little noisy. As long as there's no pain associated, you won't do yourself any harm. And then back to the centre. And we'll take the hands onto the shoulders and we'll rotate at the shoulders. Now, stay with this one if that feels more comfortable, or if you're Shoulders feel relatively free and mobile. You could extend your arms. I'll leave you to decide what you prefer to take. And then we'll reverse. If you have your hands on your shoulders, just take the elbows in the opposite direction. And then this one is most definitely for your brain. It's quite a challenge. One arm is going to go forwards and the other arm is going to go backwards. You may find that they both end up going in the same direction. It does need a little bit of thought to get the movement going, but once you've started the movement, it's usually quite easy to continue it. It's quite challenging though to swap directions. You do need to concentrate for this one. So if you've ended up doing backstroke or front crawl, it doesn't really matter. You are still working your shoulders. So this is just for the brain, this one. Okay, and then the last one around. And then just give the arms a little bit of a shake and a little bit of a shrug. And this is where the strap is going to come in. Now this one was in a video we had probably about a month ago, maybe a little bit longer. If you've been practicing these ones, you might notice a more ease about this movement. So I am still doing this one really regularly. And then we can go back the other direction. And last circle around. And then holding the strap above the head, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Now it may be that your elbows don't come down that far, and if you're squeezing the shoulder blades together, you may be here. So take it to where your body feels comfortable. This one is very much about the shoulder blades moving, so feel them moving on your spine. As we bring the arms up, they come away from the spine, and as you draw that strap down, feel the shoulder blades moving together. Okay, so we will leave that one there, just put the strap aside, and we'll come on to the wrists. So really when we're looking at wrists, it's just this joint. We don't want to sort of involve the rest of the arm. So we could just make little fists, tuck the elbows in and rotate. So I've gone outwards with both. You can do same direction and then back. And then give the arms, the fingers, the hands, the shoulders a good shake. And then you're going to clasp the hands together, press palms away. And then just see what it's like to take the palms forward and the arms up over the head. No strain. Doesn't matter if your elbows are a little bit bent and you're in this position. And then see how things feel. So we've got shoulders and elbows and wrists and the neck and the shoulder blades. So see what you are experiencing, perhaps a sense of warmth or tingling into that area. And then take yourself a teeny bit wider, perhaps shoulders width with your feet. Have the hands onto the hips or the waist, doesn't really matter exactly where. And see if you can keep your head still as you do pelvic circles. So we really want to isolate this section of the body, so we're not turning the head as well. Might be a little bit of movement, but we're aiming to keep it into the pelvis. So my cat has turned up. I don't know if it's going to be visible to you or not. I find that my cats are very keen on yoga. They always want to get involved and join me on the mat. Okay, so we'll leave that one there. Now we'll do a little bit of ankle movement. So we need to stand on one foot for this. Hold onto the wall or back of the chair if you need to. So it's not about the balance, it's about the ankle. So just picking up one knee and nice wide rotations with the ankles. And then we'll go in the opposite direction. Okay, good. And then side two. Just pause a moment, make sure you've got your balance. And then same thing. Good. Okay, so let's just come to a mountain pose again, Tadasana, Samastiti. See how things feel. And we're going to take some movements for the spine. We'll start with the forward fold. So whatever you like to do with your arms will be fine, but remember we're not straining in any way. So I'm going to just bring the arms up sides, and on an exhalation, soften through the knees. Now wherever you come to is fine. It doesn't matter if you're here or here or here, so just come down to wherever you feel comfortable today. Nice flexed knees, and then you're going to inhale, come all the way back up and lower the arms. So it's really easy. We're coming up with the arms. As you breathe out, you're flexing at your hips, you're flexing at your knees, bringing the belly, chest down, let the head go. Inhale, coming all the way back up. And one more. And back down with your arms. Now we'll do a side stretch. You're going to interlace your fingers and push the palms away. Bring the arms up over the head. Please make your own adjustments if this isn't going to work for you. You don't have to have the arms overhead. And then as you breathe out, you're going to fold to the side and back up to the centre. And breathe out, fold over to the other side. And back up to the centre. And we'll repeat. Now as you fold over to the other side, so side one, see what it's like to turn your head away from the side you're folding to. Bring the head back to the centre and come up. So exhaling, I'm on to side two, so I'm folding to the right and turning the head to look up to the left. And back up to the centre. So if that's not suiting your neck, just leave that little bit out. Last one. You can inhale to the centre. Exhaling over to side two for the last time and turning the head. And back to the centre. And see how that feels. Just give your body a moment or two to settle. And we're going to come into a twisty movement. So we'll take the legs a little bit wider with the toes going forwards. And make sure you're comfortable here. We want to find the outer edges of the feet. So if you find that your knees are moving inwards or you're sticking out here, then make sure that you adjust your legs width so it's right for you. So we want to feel that we're doing something, but we don't want to feel strain. So we're going to take the arms out wide. Now I'm going to go to the right to begin with, so I'm going to bend the right knee and fold forward, and as I'm forward I'm going to twist, so the left hand coming over, and then inhale, coming into a twist, turning the head to look up, and then inhale to the centre. So to the left, so I breathe out, I'm going to bend that left knee, come down, across, inhale, twist and look up. Inhale back to the centre. So we'll take it twice more to each side. So as you exhale, soften the knee, coming down, across and twist. Keeping that knee bent just helps bring yourself back up to the centre. So softening the knee, forward fold and coming across. So one more to go on each side. So as you come down and across, see if you can stack your shoulder over your wrist and the top shoulder in line. And lowering the arms when you're done. So we'll keep the legs wide. We're going to come into a forward fold, but with the hands clasped behind the back. And when we come up, we'll take a little bit of a back bend. So draw those shoulder blades together, clasp your hands like so behind you. And then when you breathe out, you're going to forward fold down. And then stretching the arms up. Let the head go. Now lower the arms, soften into the knees, coming upright, squeeze the shoulder blades and lift the chest and the chin and back to the start point. So just release back to upright. So again, inhaling and softening the knees as much as you need to. You're exhaling your way down. And inhale, stretching the arms behind you. Exhale, lowering the arms. Inhale, coming up and opening up through the chest, lifting the chin. And release back to the centre. So just the last one now. So inhaling, exhaling as you come forward. Inhale, stretch the arms. Exhale, lowering the arms. Softness through the knees as you come up. And stretch open the chest, the throat. And then release. And step the feet back together. Now we're going to come down and do a little bit more hip work. So you can come down onto your knees to get into this if you'd rather do it, but we could come down with a forward bend. So we'll inhale and bring the arms up, and then on that exhale you can soften the knees and bring the hands down. So as long as your hands reach the floor, you'll be fine with this. And then stepping the right foot back and bringing the right knee to the floor. So from here you're going to take your hands inside the line of the left foot, and we're going to rock backwards and forwards. So that back hip here is flexing, and the front one here is flexing as well. And then when we come forward, this back hip is extending. Now from here I'm going to ask you to do some little circles. So it does depend on your wrist. So it may be that you want to be on your knuckles. So the shoulders will come around the wrists and the hips will come with it. So we've got the circular motion into both hips. And then reverse your circles. So the shoulders come around the wrists, working into those hip joints on both sides. Last one around. Now at this point you can step the foot back and step the other one forward, or tuck your back toes under, step forwards and come up and out, ready to do side two. So side two coming up. So we'll take the arms up, exhale, come into a forward fold, bend the knees. So as long as you get your hands to the floor, this is fine. And stepping back with the left, taking the hands inside the line of the right foot. So untucked the toes on the left side, a little bit of a lungy movement. And then we'll do those circular movements. So your shoulders work around the wrists and we take that circular movement into the hips. So we work more than just the hips with this one. And then reverse, so coming back the other way. Good, okay, so from here we're going to step back. You're going to take the feet together and the knees wide, and we're going to come into child's pose. We're working here. Now you don't have to come all the way down, you can come in this sort of position if you want to, or you just gradually walk your hands forward and then take the forearms down. Perhaps stretch the arms a little bit further away and bring the chest towards the mat, forehead down. Now I'm going to leave it there. What I'm going to suggest that you might do is to come down onto your back, perhaps focus on your breathing for a little while, and perhaps also would be a good opportunity at this point to have a relaxation. So enjoy. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for following along, and have a great rest of the day. Namaste.